Here we presents the top 5 best budget smartphones. Starting at number 5, Motorola Moto E. In many ways, the Moto E 2020 is at the heart of Motorola's approach to smartphones. This 7th generation of Motorola's entry-level handset is Motorola's latest attempt to give budget phone buyers a low-cost option that still delivers on the key basics. But a lot has happened since last year's Moto E6. In that time, Motorola has dabbled with the foldable Motorola Razr, introduced a series of specialty phones with the different Moto 1 models, and even gotten back into the flagship game with the Motorola Edge Plus. You have to wonder if Motorola's focus is on something other than the Moto E lineup, especially at a time when the low-cost Moto G lineup has produced the long-last Moto G Power, the intriguing Moto G Stylus, and now the Moto G Fast. With Moto G phones ranging in price from $199 to $299, you have to wonder if there's still any room for the Moto E among the best cheap phones. The Moto E6 2-inch HD Plus display is a bit of a disappointment, and not because it's an LCD panel. That's the trade-off you make with cheaper phones. Instead, my problem with the display is that it's not very colorful or bright. Watching the trailer for 1917 via YouTube, I could make out George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman trudging their way across no man's land in broad daylight, but anytime the scene shifted indoors, details were lost in the shadows. I noticed the same effect with Raiders of the Lost Ark on Netflix, where Marion's bar in Nepal was an indistinct shadow. Viewing angles are non-existent, so be prepared to watch videos head-on. The Moto E gives you a basic smartphone for $149 that's capable of taking good photos. But if you can spend a little extra, opt for the Moto G Fast or Moto G Power instead, as they deliver better value. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. At number 4, Apple iPhone 8. The Apple iPhone 8 has been on the market for almost 4 years, and in that time numerous other Apple handsets have hit the market, including the iPhone 11, iPhone SE and iPhone 12. These newer iPhones offer better specs than the iPhone 8, true, but even today the phone is still a superbly capable handset, and it is now retailing for some truly bargain basement price points. And because of this, the big question that is raised a lot right now is, should you get the iPhone 8? Well, that is what T3 Apple iPhone 8 review is here to help you decide. Here T3 breaks down each part of the handset's experience and tells you exactly what it is like to use, as well as bring you the very cheapest deals on it too. The size makes it a pleasure to hold and use one-handed, which could be the killer reason to buy the iPhone 8 over anything else. Clearly, you don't get the bezel-less displays which the Samsung Galaxy S8 and iPhone X offer. That makes the iPhone 8 feel a bit more dated than its competitors. It has a grippy coating that makes it feel more secure in your hands, compared to other glass-backed phones. This is also helped by the extra weight, 148 grams versus 138 grams of the iPhone 7. Of course, the iPhone 8 is considerably cheaper than the £999 iPhone X, coming in at £699. And that's where our problem with the iPhone 8 lies, it's now the cheap iPhone. Halfway of my list at number 3, Motorola Moto G Stylus. The Moto G Stylus finds itself in a bit of a pickle. This mid-range phone debuts at the same time as both the Moto G Power and Moto G Fast. It should come as no surprise for a trio of phones that come from the same manufacturer and sport similar price tags that these handsets are essentially dead ringers for one another. The Moto G Stylus, Moto G Power and Moto G Fast share matching looks, identical screen sizes and the exact same mobile processors. But the Moto G Stylus trades in the Moto G Power's marquee feature, epic battery life, for a stylus. Think of this phone as kind of a discount version of Samsung's more extravagantly priced Galaxy Note 20, which just debuted for 3 times the price of the Moto G Stylus. There's one chief difference in design between the two phones, and it's what gives the Moto G Stylus its name. The right corner of the phone houses a 3.8-inch stylus that you can pull out and use to jot down notes and spot edit photos. The stylus remains in place securely until you dig it out via a little notch in the corner of the phone, at which point it slides out fairly easily. Flip over the Moto G Stylus and again, you get a similar look to the Moto G Power with a fingerprint sensor on the back middle of the device, and 3 camera lenses that descend from the upper left corner. The stylus looks a little flashier than its sibling, thanks to its mystic indigo color scheme that gives the phone a dark blue almost purple sheen. But like the Moto G Power, the Moto G Stylus is made of plastic, so there's no mistaking that this is a budget phone. The Moto G Stylus features a handy stylus for note-taking and lasts a long time on a charge. But the Moto G Power has a bigger battery, costs less and is the better value. Coming in at number 2. Google Pixel 4a. The Google Pixel 4 gives you the best of Google in an affordable, one-hand-friendly package. There's slick Google Assistant integration, a clean Android interface with 3 years of guaranteed updates, and a seriously impressive photography experience considering the Pixel 4 has just one rear camera. Battery life is mediocre, with the phone just about lasting a day on a single charge, and if you really push it, you'll be reaching for a charger come late afternoon. That said, its compact size, clean interface and great point-and-shoot camera will appeal to those looking for an affordable, reasonably sized handset with enough grunt for social media, web browsing and emails, plus the ability to capture some excellent pictures. Trouble is, the Google Pixel 4 is playing in a highly competitive middle market and is up against some handsets with far more impressive spec sheets, the likes of the OnePlus Nord, Remix 55G, Moto G5G Plus and Mi Note 10 Lite can dazzle consumers with their multiple cameras, larger screens and 5G connectivity. The compact size, clean interface and great point-and-shoot camera of the Pixel 4 will appeal to those looking for an affordable, reasonably sized handset with enough grunt to handle the basics, plus the ability to capture some excellent pictures. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. And number 1. Motorola Moto G Power. Motorola's G series has long been a solid bet for budget phone shoppers, but that may be changing. Over the past year, there's been stiff competition from the likes of the OnePlus Nord N10 5G and the TCL10 leaders. Motorola's 2021 iteration of the Moto G Power not only fails to keep up with the competition, it lags behind its own predecessor with a lower resolution display, a downgraded modem, and a dated version of Android. The G Power has a flat screen with a plastic frame and back panel. Our review unit is gray with a subtle semicircular pattern that almost looks like a large fingerprint, which is apt since it accumulates fingerprints and smudges with ease. Blue and silver options are also available. On the front of the phone you'll find a 6.6-inch, 1600 by 720 pixel hole punch LCD. Although the updated G Power's display is just a touch larger than last year's 1080p display, the lower resolution means you're losing out in the deal. The fingerprint sensor is integrated into the power button on the right side of the phone just below the volume rocker. Though the sensor is fast and easy to access, the volume rocker may be hard for small-handed people to reach. Audio quality, on the other hand, is a letdown. Last year's G Power shipped with Dolby Atmos tuned stereo speakers. This year you're getting a single bottom ported speaker. With a peak volume of 94 decibels, it's not bad, but the soundstage is boxy, and you'll notice distortion at the highest volumes. The 2021 Moto G Power has adequate power and battery life, but it's a downgrade from the 2020 model, and can't compete with the OnePlus Nord N10 5G. I have included these product link in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.